Hey guys, Jaws the Shark Reviews here, and today we're going to take a look at the Transformers Legacy Core Class Iguanus. So, here he is in his motorcycle mode. I'm trying not to touch him here, because, well, it ain't easy to skim, stood up. I mean, his thicker wheels, kind of help a little bit, but, it's not like the hardest figure, to, have, like, stay straight up, but it's still, it doesn't have a kickstand or anything like the RC that came out in this line, so it's kind of unfortunate. So, but luckily, again, if you're careful enough, you can get him standing up straight. Like, it's not that much of a challenge, but still, it is what it is. So, but yeah, anyways, yeah, here we have Iguanus. So, and if you guys don't know who Iguanus is, probably don't. I mean, other than Legacy. Like, I don't think anyone remembered Iguanus up until, now with the Legacy figures. But anyways, so for those who don't know, he was a character back in G1, but not the cartoon or anything. Like, no, after that, he was a pretender. So that's basically a dead giveaway of he was not in the cartoon. But, yeah, anyways, so, yeah, he had, like, he was one of those, like, pretender shells that had, like, little human characters, or, well, since it's... Oh, wait, well, let me think. So it's like, I think it's the Pretender shell that is like this figure, and then, he's got an alt mode actually instead. And then whatever they had in, I forgot it was, if it's like a robot, I think it was inside of Iguanus, just a regular one. Or a human, I don't know. And, but yeah, so this is one of those. Now, of course, 4 years back in the Power of the Primes line, they did do, pretenders, like with those pretender shells, and had the Prime Masters in them. So it kind of brought back that concept. And then, after that, they scrapped the whole thing. And then now they technically brought it back, but not really, with this core class Iguanus. And they're going to do like more, but there's like a catch to these. So they're not pretenders. They don't have the gimmick. Instead, now it's just the shell, but as its own robot. So that's quite cool. But, yeah, anyways, here we have Iguanus, and yeah, as you can see, as you're trying to stand him up, it's not very easy. You gotta be pretty careful and stuff like that. So, yeah, but anyways, so let's take a look at the details for this guy. Pretty nice. You got Decepticon logo there, because, he is a Decepticon, and yeah. And you can kind of tell it's somewhat of a fold-up robot-ish thing, because you can see where the legs are, the feet, and the arms, hands. Sort of visible head syndrome inside, but again, can't really see it that much. Fortunately, this won't tab in all the way. I don't know why, but alright. And then, just plain old Iguanus right here. Similar to what we saw on the other side. On the back, not much. The top, you can see where the tail is and stuff, and the chest. And the bottom, just red wheels. Yeah, I think they're painted. Yeah, they're painted. So, very nice overall. So, yeah, and, like, again, the wheels are pretty, pretty rollable, or it's not even a word, but, as you can see there, pretty nice and fun, I guess. I don't know. I mean, it stops pretty quickly, so yeah, I don't know. But yeah. Anyways, pretty nice overall, except for the panel that can't tab in all the way. Yeah, but anyways, yeah, not much else to say with the bicycle mode. So yeah, but anyways, what's that back here? Now for accessories. Where it is? And here it is. It comes with, like, this weird blaster thing. I don't know what this is. I think it's a blaster, yeah, because in robot mode, he holds it like this. He holds with that. And it's kind of a weird thing going on, but I do quite like it. It's got the gold and, and then some red up here. So, pretty nice. So, yeah, so anyways, we'll talk a bit more about this once we're in the robot mode, but for now, for storage, you can store it right here on the top, because there's that, little peg hole in there, and there you have that. Actually, we'll admit, even though it kind of looks a little ridiculous, at the same time it looks pretty cool, so, yeah. There it is from the other side. I think you're supposed to have it like this way. Yeah, so the red spikes are this way and the gold spikes are that way. But yeah, that makes sense because there's not really that much space if you have it this way, but there's a little bit more this way. So yeah, pretty nice. So yeah, but let's remove that for now. And we'll just do the size comparisons. Oop, come on, stay. Yeah, I'll just probably pause this and, play once I'm all finished here, because it is going to be a pain with, this guy. Okay, so here he is with the other core class Decepticons, and of course, his wave mate Skywarp. And I realized that just after I paused the camera and stood him up, like, Iguanus, it wasn't that hard. It was like, just tilt him up, and then, like, I think at first he felt, but then I just did it, and boom, there we go. So, wouldn't have taken that long, but, oh well, anyways. So yeah, here he is, Megatron, Skywarp, Soundwave, and Starscream. And, yeah, overall, pretty nice. Unfortunately, that does mean that the Autobots are outnumbered here, because, 5 Decepticons, 3 Autobots, 4 if you want to count Spike, but he doesn't count, he's just some human, but yeah. But, it's still pretty nice. Again, hopefully we get more Autobots. I think we are, but, it seems kind of odd. It's like, at first, it seemed like, the Autobots were kind of outnumbering things, and then they had the Decepticons tying in, and then they had, additional Soundwave, and then, yeah, it's, quite odd, but, still pretty nice. So, yeah, but there you guys have those comparisons, and that's pretty much all I'm going to do, because, now, like, how all these core cost figures, it's it'd be quite impossible, do all of them at once, so yeah. Okay, so let's get right down to the transformation. So, starting off, you just want to pick up, your good old Iguanus here, and then you're just gonna want to untab the hands from these little posts that are on both sides of the wheel here, as you can see, or you can just move it away after you got one arm removed. You can spread out the arms there, and then once you got that, do a similar process, but with the bombs, or the heels of the feet, I should say. And then just, if you're on ball joints, so just want to lower that down, and then rotate it like that, and then I'll do the same thing right over here. And next, just straighten out the legs. Oop, that sound good. There we go. Something was gonna, like, crack or something. And then, anyways, so, yeah, once you got that, then just lower down the tire section right here. Just kind of rearrange that around. And then after that, you just want to kind of rearrange this a bit. That's kind of the kind of odd part, but anyways, just want to do that. And so it's like this right here. And then let me focus a bit better in there so you can see. So yeah. And then next, you just want to untap this panel right here, and then just lower it down like so, and then it'll fit nice and snug right there. After that, he's doing some odd T-pose. Okay, so now we're T-posing, but just straighten out here. So, anyways, so to complete the transformation here, you just want to rotate around the lower legs. So that way they're facing this way. You get the more detailed thighs right here. And then next, just want to rotate around the waist here. And once you got that, the T-posing will end because you just want to rotate around the shoulder around like this, and then lower it down. And do the same thing right here, and then rotate around the forearms. And once you got that all done, there you guys have Iguanus in his robot mode. And by the way, I gotta say, the transformation is a lot simpler than I thought. Like, probably the 3 from the Swave are technically 2, but 3. Yeah, Iguanus is definitely the simplest, and it's like, would not have expected that. But at the same time, I think it's the funnest, because, like, Hot Rod is kind of, not a great figure. I think we all know that by now. And then, of course, Skywarp. I do quite like the transformation of that, but, it kind of gets a little odd. It's like, okay, this is, like, too much going on, but with this guy, it's pretty nice and straightforward, so, other than, just the wheel thing here, but still pretty nice. So, yeah, but anyways, yeah, there you have Iguanus, his robot mode, and yeah. very, very nice. I actually do quite like the design for it, and the amount of paint and details they add to him are very, very cool. So, anyways, speaking of those details, take a look at the head sculpt, and there we go. So as you can see, you got some little yellow splotches for the eyes. The teeth are not painted, as you can see. Nice gold for the chest and red. Like this kind of white, dirty kind of white for the around the crotch here. And then black for the forearms, and then gold for the kneecaps and the back. And stuff we saw earlier. Little hollow legs, but it is what it is. So yeah, and again, the nice detailing on the thighs as well, and the tails, as you can see there too. So there's the back. So yeah, pretty nice. Unfortunately, he doesn't know the Decepticon logo on the front here. It's just on the back. So yeah, but so pretty nice. You will like it. Yeah, but anyways, now for articulation, the head is on a ball joint, but unfortunately, because these little things on the side, the little hairs, feathers, whatever, kind of limits things a little. You can still move side to side. It doesn't really look up that far, just like this far pretty much, and then down that far. And then the arms do move up, or they do move, like if you move kind of like this wheel section away or so, like you could possibly do the shoulders are on ball joints, so you could if you remove these, you could get a lot more posability, but unfortunately, because you got the wheels here, it kind of gets in the way. The arms do go out this far, and then again they can do that and that. But yeah, and then the elbows are on ball joints, they can move in and out and kind of swivel around a bit. As usual with the core class figures, the hands cannot swivel, or the wrists can't swivel. I think except for Megatron, but that was because of transformation. Waist does swivel, so it's pretty nice. The tail does not move any, by the way. As you can see, it's all molded in there. The legs are ball joints, can move up this far, back that far. The tail kind of hinders things a bit, and then out that far, and then the knees are on ball joints. There's a lot of ball joints with this guy. They do bend, kind of just rotate around a bit. And then the ankles do pivot, so that's kind of a first, I think. Yeah, I think that is a first, yeah, for a core class figure. Now, obviously, it's because of transformation, because you have to have it, for, the little wheels here, but, so, not bad. And you can go back and forth as well, and I think that's about it, yeah. So, there you have the articulation for this guy. Overall, it's actually pretty good. The head, unfortunately, you can't move all that much, except for side to side. And, wrists can't swivel, but other than that, I think they do quite manage to get most of the articulation done quite nicely, so hooray! But, yeah. So, there you guys have that. So now for the, not comparisons, for the accessories, it does also come with, this thing. And, of course, I can hold it right in here, this hand. And, or actually, no, I don't think he does. I think this is a 5mm peg, but that can only, I guess, only go into the alt mode, right here, because it seems that his little holes in his hands are pretty tiny, so it's, yeah, never mind about what I said earlier, this is the peg. You're supposed to give him, when he's in the robot. There we go. So there you have Iguanus with his weird blaster thing, but not gonna lie, kind of looks cool, but at the same time, kind of ridiculous, but cool, But yeah. And of course, it does match his whole deco thing, so, hey, that's nice. It's like a blend-in, sort of. So it's like, hey, where's Iguanus' weapon? Oh, there it is! Or something like that, I don't know. But yeah. Very, very nice. So, yeah, so anyways, now for comparisons. Here he is with his fellow Decepticons. Of course, I put in Starscream, because you guys remember what I said? Transformers the movie. My fellow Decepticons, as your new leader, I... And then, it's interrupted by Galvatron, and you know what else happens. And yeah, so here's the Scar doesn't want to stand. So yeah, so there is with the other 4 Decepticons, and yeah, again, they all do quite look nice. Although, considering the fact that Iguanus is a pretender, that kind of makes things odd. But they still pretty nice. Have an additional Decepticon. He's not really a pretender in this. He uses his own bot, so kind of creates a new character sort of thing. I don't know, but yeah. Overall they do look pretty nice. So yeah, and so why not? Here is with the Autobots, just because I already have them in their robot mode. So hey, why not? They got a new opponent. So yeah, that's just great. But hey, very nice. Spike. He's there. So, yeah, very cool. Now, before I conclude the review, there's one thing that I basically now have to do, since, I reviewed all 3 figures in, the first wave of the core class line and Legacy, and that is, well, if you guys have collected, these 3 figures and know this whole thing, you probably already know what I'm talking about. It's the whole weapon thing, the whole weapon gimmick, whatever thing in the wave. So, yeah, so basically, if you're wondering, it's like, wait a minute, why does Iguanus have some odd gun, and why does Skywarp have some weird pitchfork thing, and, Hot Rod has a sword, when, I don't think G1 Hot Rod has a sword now. Wait, did he? I think he did as Rodimus, but not as Hot Rod. So, but anyways, yeah, so, there's, like, if you get, all 3 figures in the first wave, which includes, the Kingdom repack of Hot Rod, and in fact, that figure did tease this on the packaging artwork, and, if you want to see, you can always look it up, the Kingdom Core Class Hot Rod artwork, but, yeah, it shows, like, 3 weapons, familiar weapons, if you've gotten these figures all combined together, so it's like, hey, wait a minute, something's up here, so yeah, if you get all 3 figures in the first wave of the Legacy Core Class figures, you can combine these 3 accessories, Hot Rod, Skywarp, and Iguanus. They're just individual weapons for now, but you can combine all 3. So here's how that works. So first up, you just want to attach Hot Rod's sword to the top right here. I think it goes in this way, or I don't know. There's like a certain way you have to have it. I think this is good. So you have that, and then next you just want to attach Skywarp's accessory, like so. And Hot Rod sword doesn't want to stay on. But yeah, I think it goes in this way. Or yeah, Hot Rod sword. The peg's a little too short, but yeah, let's get that. I'll just kind of have it angled slightly. I know that's gonna annoy some people, but it doesn't make that much of a difference. But anyways, so once you got that all combined, there we have the Super Mega Ultra Ultimate whatever sword, and it looks kind of ridiculous, but at the same time, it's actually pretty cool. So you got that sword at the top, and you got this giant hill and stuff like that. But it's pretty nice. And yeah, so like not much else to say because I have no clue what this is. I don't think anyone has a clue what this is. Because I think Hasbro does this for fun, because why not get people to buy the first wave of these little Legacy Core Class figures. But anyways, so yeah, as like on Kingdom, or like this is obviously the Legacy repack, though it doesn't have that much of a difference to it. But the original Kingdom packed version of Hot Rod here, it has obviously in that artwork that I previously mentioned. There's only the sword, so yes, and since Hasbro didn't really say much about the sword, we all know who it really belongs to. So I'm just gonna give it to Hot Rod here because he had it on that packaging, so why not? And yeah, there you guys have a Hot Rod with that sword. He doesn't seem like he's worthy of it, because first of all, he killed Optimus, and second of all, this figure isn't that great. But yeah. But hey, there he is, just like on the packaging artwork. So yeah, I gotta say it looks pretty nice. So like maybe if you have it with like Prime or something, that'll look epic. But yeah, can't really say much. But hey, there you guys have that, the culmination of buying all 3 figures in this wave. So yeah, there you guys have that. So there you guys have my review for the Transformers Legacy Core Class Iguanus. And I think I know who the sword's gonna go to because, man, he looks so cool with that, as you can see with this pose. But yeah, and my overall thoughts on this guy, I really like this figure. Like, I mean, is it the greatest figure ever? No, but it's certainly not the worst. Like, this is definitely a big uptick from Hot Rod because that was that was my last review, that I did, and yeah, obviously didn't really like the figure. I mean, it's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. It's but the lack of paint, the odd kibble and stuff like that is, I don't know. But but this guy in Skywarp too, but especially this guy, it's amazing like little figure, like because this is like I think like the first like core cost figure in like these more G1, like War for Cybertron Kingdom and now Legacy of like the two lines. This is like I think the first one that's like or wait, no, there was Rat Trap, let's see, Rat Trap, Dracodon, and then Further Break, and Dracodon's obviously just a redeco of Further Break, but either way, I think this is like the fourth, core cost figure that's not like based on Optimus, Bumblebee, Megatron, Starscream, whatever. This is like something different, but I think this has got to be like either like definitely my top three favorite core cost figures because I think my number one would have to be Soundwave because I just really like how they did that. This guy would have to be number two, and the number three would have to be, oh boy, I like besides this guy and Soundwave, I really do like the Seeker mold, Starscream and Skywarp, and then Optimus and Megatron are really cool. I don't know. I think number one for core class so far, obviously. My number one favorite core class figure so far is Soundwave. This guy's two, and then very close to, by the way, him. And then I think three would have to be. I gotta say Megatron, why not? as quite like how they did that one. So yeah, so one Soundwave, two Iguanus, and three Megatron. Or Prime or Secret World. I don't know, but yeah. Anyways, but overall, final thoughts. Very nice figure. Love the paint. I mean, I guess in some areas you could use more paint, like, more towards the feet and maybe with the teeth, but other than that, it's very nice. And, the sword's ridiculous, but quite cool. But, yeah. Overall, very nice figure. Probably one of my favorites from Legacy so far, which is quite surprising for a core class figure. So, yeah. But yeah, anyways, guys, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, share for more. And comment down below what you guys think of this figure. Do you like it or not? I don't know. It's up to you. I mean, but yeah. Anyways, guys, as always, till all are one.